Didn't somebody? Okay,
Most of the whole
they call Russell Wilson corny, right? They call him a square.
That's what they tell him.
Called him a square.
They call him a square, but she look real happy right now, don't she? Because Future didn't do it.
I just about to say it's funny that y'all just said Future and Russell Wilson. Because check this out.
If that's what being a square is, I want to be a square.
A lot of these women want Future to be Russell Wilson.
There you go. It's not happening.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is another episode of What's the Truth podcast, where it's to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you, Allah, Buddha, Jesus Christ, and God.
Oh,
all of them.
All of them. You get all of them. You get all of them here.
good.
That was
Okay.
Feel like you covered all areas.
I'm trying to get everybody in here, all the way from Australia to America. I'm covering everything.
There you go.
Especially Australia.
But how's everybody week been? Everybody been good?
Yeah,
cool, man.
It's cool, bro.
Can't complain, man.
No complaints?
We made it through the week. You know what I mean?
Got your stuff back from that wallet?
No.
Oh.
Nah, I ordered everything.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So, 7 to 10 business days shit.
Oh,
you know
all
what
right,
I'm saying?
cool.
Just waiting for everything to come through. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm almost over it. Nah, what's dope though? I didn't know you have to. I had to get a duplicate license, so I had to order it online. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, because I'm thinking like, damn, I gotta go to motor vehicle and do all that stupid shit. But it said you have to order a duplicate license online.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, that's dope. Like,
They don't want you to come in anymore.
shit, that's fine with me because I don't want to come in anymore. Like,
I guess that's good. I guess.
hell no, I'm cool. So I just ordered that. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna send it out to me. So I'm cool, man.
Sorry, man. My head was somewhere else. He said he didn't want to come in no more.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That too.
Pause.
I mean, is that? I don't think that's pause.
That's not pause.
I mean,
Nah, it's not pause.
I guess it depends on who you're talking about.
Yeah, I hope it's the.
I don't know. Charles always say pause. Well, no, matter of fact, he just say homo.
Here's the thing, man. Pulling out is overrated.
This is true.
Like,
I ain't pull out in 30 years.
bruh, like,
My nigga.
you know what I mean? Like, it's the cleanup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's,
Messy.
it's too much involved, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, depends on where you.
Now,
Oh.
mind you, I'm
When
not.
you lay your hat.
Nah, I see what he about to say. This is a nasty one.
Nah.
Where you putting it at?
Yeah, where's the final destination?
That's what I'm
for it?
saying.
Yeah.
This is a nasty one.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. We definitely not talking about no randoms. We are not talking about.
No way.
Nah, we not talking about no randoms. We talking about your woman.
Alicia
You know what I'm
was
saying?
the first and only female I ever.
Bruh, how
We
you
can
know?
cut the shit now.
How you know your woman wants you shouting her? You know what I'm saying?
She know
Her name
already.
all over.
She know already.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna be getting DMs and calls and shit like, yo, that's how you
That's
get
how you
down? That's how you be giving it up? Oh, shit.
She know already. I told her.
Bruh, I mean, long as you tell them first, they can't sue you. You know what I'm
told
saying?
her.
Well,
I plead the fifth.
Listen, man, I ain't about to ask you what you pleading the fifth about, my nigga. I'm all about advocating for the black man. Black men don't cheat and all that good shit out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it at your woman.
So before we get anybody else in trouble, we're gonna distance ourselves away from that. I'm glad everybody's week was good, because it wasn't a good week. It hasn't been a good week for someone who just passed, and that is the gentleman Kevin Samuels. Someone say he's a YouTube sensation. Others would call him a threat to society.
Trash.
But from what I've been looking at the past few days, we've had celebrities. We even had pastors even take shots at this man. I didn't think it would go that far. I didn't think his message was cutting into people that deep that a pastor would take shots at him.
What's the pastor's name?
The pastor's name is Jamal Bryant. A very known pastor. Very well known pastor. Whether he's well known or not doesn't make a difference to me. A pastor shouldn't be taking jabs at a man in his casket.
Yeah.
I mean, what exactly did he say though? I mean, if he was supposed to be eulogizing him or something like that.
I got the video.
You got a clip of that shit?
Yeah. Still right now.
We can play the clip right now.
Let me see how he's giving it up.
So we can hear his buffoonery.
There you go.
That you do nothing to men who have no authority. How can a man say that you are of low value after 35? How can a man say that you do not have the level of traction of a high-powered man when that man has got to get a GoFundMe for his funeral?
Fam, and he's speaking at his funeral?
Mm-hmm.
Fam. See, the wrong shit be happening at the wrong time. The nigga come run up on the stage and try to tackle Dave Chappelle and ain't nobody do a motherfucking thing over there. Mm-hmm. Everybody just sat in the pew and listened to this nigga say this stupid shit. Come on, man. Like, yo, this be the problem, man. This is
people in the audience. Well,
yo,
somebody ran up and tackled his ass.
That there is classic.
That ain't gonna happen.
To me, in my opinion, that's classic clout chasing, man. Like first of all, if you are eulogizing this man's funeral, obviously you were asked to do so by the family. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's just in bad taste all around, bro. Like, you speaking at a man's funeral and you decide to pull some bullshit like that, like tearing the man down, talking shit about the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, the hell with what the man views was. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ask you to speak on the man views.
We do have a good, I don't know if it's good, but we do have a better piece of information that it was not at his funeral.
Oh, okay.
So that's
a good thing.
I guess that's a good thing.
I mean, but still.
To a certain degree.
To a certain degree, I guess that's a good thing.
First of all, the man's not here to speak for himself or defend himself. You know what I'm saying? And you supposed to be a man of God, you know what I mean? You supposed to always take the high road, always supposed to see, you know what I'm saying? Whether his views or comments or opinions were agreeable to the masses or not. You know what I'm saying? He was agreeable to somebody.
But how you know? They said you need a GoFundMe. How you know he didn't have a living will? So now you can't get funds to his assets because Kevin Samuel got millions of followers on all social media. Mm-hmm. It's no way he not great just off of YouTube pay alone.
Mm-hmm. I don't care if the man had a GoFundMe or not. Like, I don't feel like that's your job as a pastor to even take that line of conversation. If you're gonna speak on the man, I mean, first of all, you should know somebody to speak on them in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know the man personally, you don't know what that man was behind closed doors. You don't know what that man was in real life. All you seeing is, certain clips of things that he's saying about certain things.
YouTube personality. You don't know how he was as a friend, a family member, a father.
But it's fucked up because it's always, you know what I'm saying? Like, we seem to feel like it's always okay to do that to a black man.
Black man, that's what it is, bro.
We feel like that's always cool. It's always fine to villainize a black man when he does something that's disagreeable.
By another black man.
It is usually by another black man. You know what I'm saying? And it's usually for attention. Like that right there that sound like a full on attention grab, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's satisfying the women because that's who really killing them online the most. So he getting a little extra credit from the women because they the ones up there really like going ham on them.
My thing is this, man. Everybody can take that shit how they want to take it, yo. Mm-hmm. Like, if I don't care if you don't agree with everything he said. I don't agree with everything he said. Mm-hmm. But I'm not finna be out here talking about karma's a bitch. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's crazy. What do you mean? What's karma got to do with anything? This man is out here trying to make a living, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's speaking his views or what, you know what I'm saying? It might not even be his views. Sometimes people just say shit for shock value to get out there, to get attention and shit like that. But it's not, see, that's the thing. It's not all his views. He do a lot of studies. Right. This is studies. He getting thousands of people to come fill out surveys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This how men feel, but they refuse to tell a woman how they really feel. No. So he's telling them, but I don't think it's what he's saying. It's the delivery. It's how he's saying it. It's the harsh truth. They want you. If he was sitting there all like the guy that sit in the car and no, but guess what? If he did that, he'd get cursed out every video.
You're right. It's not.
So he shut it down. Right. That's basically what it is. People want him to say it the nice way, but he'd never get his point across. So by him saying it the wrong way or a little too, too excited or he too hard on him, now he's an asshole.
You know what? I think people pick and choose what they want to be mad at. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the same way people talking about, oh, he's devaluing black women, he's talking down to black women, he's telling black women what they should and shouldn't want. Not like, yo, he said the same shit about black men. Black men, yeah. He told this dude, yo, if you making $20,000 a year and you got a little dick, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be, and you living with your parents, you ain't no high value nothing. You shouldn't be trying to dictate what kind of woman you want to know. Like, he said that shit too. So why ain't nobody highlighting that?
He actually started the men first.
Right.
And his views went up after he got a woman or two. And
nobody said a word.
So he really was critiquing men first. Like, he was going at the men, trying to make men better. Right. And then he started getting a couple women. They started getting up there on the live, started getting disrespectful, start playing men out, telling them how they ain't crap and all this. He said, you know what? Let's talk to the woman. And then, they started saying it was fake. Right. So he started doing Instagram Live to show you that call in because people thought it was like he was faking it. Mm-hmm. But it is what it is. The man passed away.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter, man. Like, y'all act like this man was out here fucking fighting old people or some shit, man. Like, like the man died. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to make a living for him and his family, whatever the case may be, man. Like, just because you don't agree with something somebody say, that mean they deserve to die?
Yeah, that's
what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
It's America.
You know what I'm saying? I seen women all up and down my Facebook timeline and shit, Instagram timeline, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he was bashing black women, so now he got like, yo, what are you talking about? Like, he was giving his opinion. If you telling me that a man deserves to die because he's giving an opinion that you don't agree with, you ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like, you really ain't shit. Like, right. If you really believe somebody deserves to die because you don't agree with their opinion, you ain't shit. And you probably one of the bitches he was talking about.
I was getting ready to say, it also means that what he's talking about fits what you are.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's and most of the women that I've seen, the craziest shit about it is most of the women or the people that I've seen that have those type of views about this man, you know what I'm saying, you ask them, well, how many of his videos have you watched? Oh, I ain't never watched nothing.
Yeah, so what are you talking about?
So how do you that means that tells me you are a fucking idiot.
Yeah. You following the trend.
Because you just going off of what somebody see or what somebody say, and you just hopping on the fucking bandwagon. No research for yourself. No, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. You just, he said he did that. Oh, my friend said he said this. Well, fuck him. Like,
you got to blame it on, too. Everybody clips the bad stuff.
Of course.
So the wife, she went and did her homework a little bit because she always heard me talk about him, but she never really looked at a full video. Mm-hmm. And her take when she walked away was, he got some points.
Right.
But it's not his points, it's his delivery.
It's the delivery.
He a little disrespectful, but he does make sense.
Right.
That's what people can't get it. Stop looking at how he's saying it to you. And I hate to say it, he only do that if you push him there. He don't just come off rude right away. He tell you, don't do that shit on my show.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm warning you. You don't want to take it there. He always warn you, and then he take it there.
Right.
But if you just relax and talk like a human, he would talk back to you like a good conversation. Y'all be laughing, whatever. But once you start saying, "Man, ain't shit," I mean, one girl went up there and said, "Man, ain't no good men left in the world. Or if they good, they gay." He lost it.
Of course, because
he lost it on her. But come on, that's what you really feel.
How do you do that? How do you have that?
No good regular men in the world.
Because it's women that have that mindset that believe that everybody's the problem but them. It's never them. Like
that's
you come across 20 different men.
That's his message.
That was his message.
Right. You come across 20 different men that's the same type of man, and you think
because you attracting ain't shit niggas.
You the common denominator, motherfucker.
You attracting ain't shit niggas. You the type that your man go to jail, do 5-10 years. You met somebody. He about to get out. You leave that person because he about to get out. Mm-hmm. That's those type of females. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, my baby father coming home. I'm sorry, but we can't do this no more. He don't have a place to stay.
Right. Or you got the guys that a working man, go to work, don't go out, don't drink. Maybe take care of his family if he could ever get a girl. Will never get a good woman because he's corny. I want a good man, but he also got to be, I understand you might want an alpha man, but if you've been trying to get alphas, it's not working. Maybe you need to get that corny guy that's going to take care of you.
Listen, man.
Didn't somebody... Okay,
most of the
they call Russell Wilson corny, right? They call him a square.
That's what they tell him.
Called him a square.
They call him a square, but she look real happy right now, don't she? Because Future didn't do it.
I just about to say it's funny that y'all just saying Future and Russell Wilson. Because check this out.
If that's what being a square is, I want to be a square.
A lot of these women want Future to be Russell Wilson.
There you go. It's not happening.
You want Future to act like Russell Wilson. No, nigga. Like. Y'all delusional because, you know what I'm saying, y'all feel like, this dude right here is telling me who he is and what he is. And what he is not agreeable to me, but I'm the person that's going to turn him into Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I'm going to change him.
And then when you can't do that, niggas ain't shit.
Niggas ain't shit. Yep.
No, you ain't shit. Like, you ain't shit for believing that you got some kind of magical powers or some shit to turn somebody into something else.
Kevin Sim used to say it though. Women, they don't ask that question to themselves. Like
ever. Like
why am I getting ain't shit men?
It's never them.
They're not gonna say it's them that they ain't shit.
Them. It is never them.
They're gonna say men ain't shit.
Yep.
But why you getting that ain't shit men though? Like why?
Yo.
Why is that what you're only attracting?
But you know what it all boils down to? People don't know themselves. If you don't know yourself, you can't. If you have no knowledge of yourself, then you have no knowledge of what you want. You know what I'm saying? You can't say what you need or what you really want, because if you really don't know yourself, if you really don't know your flaws, you don't know what you're compatible with. You know what I'm saying? These social media, society tells us, don't even tell us. They show us all of this shit, and then we say, "Oh, I want that."
Yeah,
I think I deserve that.
Yep.
Nah, no, you don't. And this go for men and women. Niggas out here like, yeah, yo, I done did some push-ups, you know what I'm saying? Got my abs rocking, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go out here and get this broad and shit. Like, nigga, you still live with your fucking parents. You ain't doing shit. You out here, you know what I mean? Like, you sitting on your ass all day, you know what I'm saying? But because, you know what I mean, because you in the house all fucking day, so what the fuck else you gonna do? You might as well do some fucking push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you coming outside because you done did push-ups all day, you know what I'm saying? So you looking attractive to somebody and shit, and you might get a couple chicks. But guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna see, you know what I'm saying, if this is somebody that is about their shit, about their business, about their life, you ain't gonna go far with that. Because what else you gonna do? But after you finish flexing your muscles and fucking like,
what else you got? What else you have? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That go for men and women.
Let's go for women too.
Yeah,
you got a lot of women who like on social media, like basically like a lot of people would ask like that's all they got to offer because all they doing is shaking their ass.
Yep.
That's all they got to offer. Like all they doing is twerking. Like
Yep.
you got people in the comments like like men mainly like she got ass and no brains. Like that's all she doing.
Absolutely.
Like what else? Like that's all she can show. That's all. That's the only worth she has. Like just her ass.
I see a lot of men today ask the question, I see you got ass. I see you got titties. What else do you bring to the table?
Hey, don't sound like
Man,
Cam
listen.
Newton. Maybe better cut that out.
Man,
Trying to say they supposed to be cooking.
No.
Yeah, I do.
No. I'm not saying cooking. I'm asking you, what else do you bring to the table besides
Attributes,
pretty
man.
looks?
Cheeks.
But no, because why we can't say that?
that's
Because
a-
they can
I'ma bring
say
these cheeks.
you gotta have money, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, you gotta have like, and you could be living in a 1-bedroom fucking apartment working that fucking Quick Check or some shit, you know what I'm saying? And because you might look a certain way, and it be the ones that don't even look a certain way. But because you look a certain way, you could say, oh, they gotta have a big house, he gotta have this, he gotta have that, he gotta be making 6 figures and all this
what
shit.
do you have to have?
Right.
Nothing.
Me, we gotta bring everything and the table.
Word. The chairs.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta bring all that shit. What are you
Plates.
bringing? Me.
This is what he's getting. He's getting this.
I don't see the balance. That's not a fair exchange, fam. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not gonna tell you what you supposed to have,
Yeah.
but you not gonna tell me all you supposed to have is yourself.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, we ain't doing that.
What about a college degree? That's the new rule.
Listen, a college degree don't mean shit neither. There's a lot of broke bitches out here with a college degree. What the fuck that mean? What are you doing with that? What
Because
have
they
you done
went to
with that?
school and made a mistake, and they're like, "Oh, I shouldn't went to school for that. I should have went for this."
They went for liberal arts.
Yeah,
Right.
I should went for this.
You got a BA in communications. Okay.
Then I want to change my career. I want to go back to school to do this.
Listen, man, it don't even matter. It don't even matter what you.
Then
what
don't
you
even have a
do or
career in
don't
what they
do.
went to school in.
Right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it don't even matter what you do. My thing is, if you want to, you will attract what you are. You know what I'm saying? There are very small instances where, like, you know, a chick that ain't got nothing, came from nothing, you know what I'm saying, might luck up and hook up with, you know what I'm saying, a dude that got shit or whatever the case
Bill
may
Gates.
be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if that happens, you know why it happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
all of us have been alive long enough to know women who pretty much come from nothing can get with a guy who has everything. That's usually how it goes.
And you know why that is? Because we as men operate a certain way. We go off of looks, appeal, and what they and how they can serve us. You know what I'm saying? Now, before y'all get all fucking stupid about the shit.
Cam Newton.
When I say serve, I don't mean fucking you crawling up on your hands and knees, shining my shoes, and doing all that stuff. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about how can you be of service to us? Just like we can be of service. Everybody is of service to somebody. All relationships are based upon service. If you get in a job, if you enter a business relationship, whoever the entities are that are based on that are a part of that relationship, it's based on how I can be of service to you. You know what I'm saying? We sitting there, we all four of us sitting here right now because we're being of service to each other and this podcast and this entity that we created. Like, so before y'all start all that fucking color purple bullshit, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we want to know, okay, how can you serve me? How can you add to my life? How can you?
Crazy thing is, Chris Rock said it best. He said, "Women and dogs are loved unconditionally."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Men are loved under the condition that they can provide something."
Yo, it's always condition, yo. It's always conditioned.
That's crazy.
It's always conditioned. I mean, I ain't gonna. Here's the thing. I ain't even gonna say it's always conditioned. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always conditional. It's top level conditional. Deeper level conditional is that's all of us. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be with somebody under condition that somebody want to be with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like we all have conditions, but the difference is that with men we're held to a high standard.
High standard, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a woman will say, and I've heard women say, a man can be ugly long as he, you know, is good in other areas, long as he making enough money, long as he provide, long as he do this, do that. I'm saying I deal with him being ugly. I can learn them. I can learn
ugly
to love
billionaire. Ain't no ugly billionaire.
Word. You know what I'm saying? Because you know why? Because nigga, money make you look better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we don't operate that way. We operate from the premise of, you know what I'm saying, we're not out here looking for women just for money on a regular scale. You know what I'm saying? Like we looking for what's attractive to us.
Yeah, first
First and foremost.
Think it known.
We're visual.
Yeah,
That's
we're
how
visual. We're visual creatures. Yes.
That's how we wire.
That's how we. Yes, that's a fact.
All right, let's
Visual
wrap
creatures.
it up. Come on, Tim. Give us a good old topic. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels, man. Prayers out to his family, friends, everybody that was close to him, that knew him well.
Definitely rest in peace to Kevin Samuels and
You got the rest part. Is he gonna be in peace with all these people?
I mean,
Celebrities coming after him.
Shit, he in peace.
definitely.
Because he ain't hearing none of that shit.
I mean, yeah,
He in
he
peace.
definitely rest in peace.
He ain't hearing none of this.
To all the people who you know who in their feelings about what he's saying, they can all go to hell.
No, when I mean peace, I mean he is in peace. Yes. What I mean is like we'll never hear the end of it.
Oh yeah.
I think we will. Soon as somebody else do something to piss women off,
Eventually, yes. I mean, like as of right now, at this moment.
20 years ago, yeah, this will linger on, but today in this microwave era, no,
Right.
it'll be done in maybe tomorrow, probably. So next,
done
come
forgot
next
about
week.
Will-
Come next week, you probably won't hear anything about
people done
this.
forgot about the Will Smith shit already.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know
that's
what I'm
A little bit.
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's dying off. This will die off probably even quicker.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you're not as big as them.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, man, the only reason why they even talking about the man is because of the way he delivered what he said.
And just to end with this, I've heard this analogy before, and it makes sense. I mean, to me, I don't know about y'all, but as far as delivery, I've heard this analogy a lot, and it makes sense to me. If someone tells someone who's sticking their head out of a train, "Hey, nigger, put your head back on this train before you get your head knocked off," and the other person looks at him and says, "I ain't doing," and he gets his head knocked off, what difference does it make how he's trying to deliver, telling you to put your head back on the train so you don't kill yourself? Whether he said, "Hey, nigger, put your head back on this train," or, "Hey, come on, guy, you got to put your head back on this train because you're going to die." What difference does it make if all he's trying to do is just keep you alive?
Right.
What difference does it make?
He would have kept that motherfucker alive. Once he said nigga, that nigga would have put his head back in the fucking window and went to go smack the shit out of him.
My point exactly.
He might have responded to that before he said,
My point exactly.
Put your head back in, nigga.
Yeah.
That's what he responded to. Yeah, yeah.
But that's the thing, man. People focus on how you say something more than what you're saying.
As opposed to the message.
The message gets diluted, and it shouldn't, all because they don't like how you're saying it.
Messages always get lost, man.
So,
Always get lost. So I mean, it is what it is, man. So
"Yep."
right.
what we talking about?
I mean, I guess this could be a good segue into people's egos. People have real big egos, so I guess that's why they, feel a certain type of way when people like Kevin Samuels come at them like that. But my man to the right of me brought me a question. I let him ask it. As far as I wouldn't say, well, yeah, as far as people egos, but egos in general. But I let him ask the question though.
So what do y'all think about, like, when do y'all feel like, or do y'all feel like there's ever a point where ego is okay? Like, when is it healthy to rely on your ego? When is it healthy to, you know, to be, I don't know, I want to be confident, to lean on your ego in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all think that do y'all think that the word ego instantly has like a negative connotation, like in society? If you say ego, do you feel like people automatically go to conceit, or, you know, I think I'm bigger and better than everybody else? And you know what I'm saying? Like, I've come to see that, like, with a lot of people automatically equate that to something negative.
Like, you think you better than them?
Right. You know what I mean? Like I got this ego, so I can't deal with this, or I can't deal with that. But sometimes I believe your ego will sometimes help you with things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes save you.
Necessary.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Necessary.
Sometimes it's necessary. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying? If you sometimes you have to rely on your ego for certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people will play with you. You know what I mean?
Mainly men.
Sometimes people will play with you. And, you know, a lot of times men are measured by their ego. You know what I'm saying?
That's
their
like
personality. You know, whether somebody wants to do business with you or not, whether somebody wants you to be a part of their team in any, you know, whatever aspect, you know what I'm saying, whether a woman wants to deal with you, you know what I mean, and whatever aspect that woman wants to deal with you, a lot of it depends on your ego.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
I give you a very simple one that everybody can agree with. Athletes.
Yeah.
You have to have a certain type of ego
Yeah.
to be an athlete. Because
Yeah.
you have to believe that you're the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
And
fact.
that comes automatically with some type of ego.
That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Not even just athletes. Like, you want, but athletes is, I put that at the top. But even us as regular average Joes, we want to feel as though we the best at whatever we do, no matter what we're doing. No matter we at work, no matter what we do, no matter we on an assembly line, whatever we do, we feel as though we want to be better than the next person.
I'm a little opposite though. I don't mind being second or third because I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm fine. You can say, hey, I'm better than you. I'll go, okay. But then you come to my place or come wherever and I'll go, ain't so much better, are you? So it's like ego, but like I don't really show it. You get it?
Yeah, look, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't mind someone saying, like, I'm not gonna debate with somebody. Like, you know how some people who gotta like stick their chest out. I could come by as like low key, quiet. You'll never know what I could do. That's my ego. Now, if you get to know me, you'll start saying, man, this guy know how to do a lot of stuff. You know, boom, 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 boom. But you got the guy in there like, yo, I got this, I got that, I got that. Right. That's not me. I'm more low key with it. Right. So my ego is more low key. Like, I know I might be, just say at my job, I'm the best carman. You'll never hear me say that though.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'd rather just show up and they go, yo, man, where Charles at? Where Charles? Yo, we need, yo, where you at? Where you at? They always looking for me. But I don't like going to say I'm the best. So that's just me. So, but a lot of men not like
But
that.
you know it though.
Right.
You don't have to put it out there. As long as you know it.
But I think I do more action than
that's cool. But
than
you know
actually
you are,
showing it. Yeah, I don't.
You know
I'm
you are
not
the best
cocky with it
carman,
though.
But you know you are though.
I wouldn't say that.
But
I feel like I do know more
You
than
said
other
they look
ones.
for
though.
you.
They do. They look for me.
So
for
you're the
most
best
stuff.
carman.
Right.
Yeah, but I will never ever say I'm the top carman.
But if
You let just actions speak for you.
If you and that's part of using your ego also.
Yeah,
because
So
there's a spectrum. You know what I mean? Like there's, you know, you can internalize your ego. That's one end of the spectrum, and then on the other end is you wear your ego on your sleeve.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I mean? And
me and Charles definitely know somebody like that.
Well, there can be negative and positive on both ends.
You and Charles, man. You better put me in there. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Different type of egos.
Different type, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely different types. And you know, sometimes, you know what I mean, I think what it is not about having the ego. Mm-hmm. It's about controlling the ego, maintaining the ego. You know what I'm saying? Letting you not allowing your ego to become you.
Yeah, get the best of you. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But a lot of people get caught up in that though, because they don't know how to control it.
Right.
They just automatically that's just who they are. Mm-hmm. But they don't realize it though. Or some people might do. Some people might realize that they have a big ego and that they show it, they wear it proudly. Like Charles said, he don't say he's the best cardman, but he know deep down inside that he is.
Right.
But you might have someone not the same as Charles who will show it, who will be like, yeah, I'm the best cardman I'm the best cardman out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Check this out. I did this. I did that.
I'm aware of that shit.
Right.
Yeah. So you're right. People wear it on their sleeves and some people don't.
And sometimes I think a lot of that has to do with being self-aware, because you know what I'm saying, that comes back to knowing yourself.
Self-awareness is very important.
Yeah, I mean, because if you know yourself, it's like, all right, I know how to maintain this. I know how to use this when I need to, but I also know how to reel it in when I need to. You know what I'm saying? Because you can use your ego and make it advantageous for yourself in different situations, depending on the situation.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes, you know, you got to get a position. You got to, you know what I mean? Like you got other people that is going out for that same position. You know what I'm saying? And you got to assert yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to, I'm me. I'm here for this. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be doing this right here. Yeah, he cool, but me. You know what I'm saying? And that's ego. That's you asserting your ego. That's you exercising it and using it to your advantage. We just have to know how to do it, when to do it. You know what I mean? When to pull it back. And a lot of people don't. Straight like that. A lot of people don't.
All right, so here's a dictionary version of what you just said. You can use your ego to stop doubting your capabilities. Mm. So, for instance, like let's use Charles for example. Let's say he knows he's the best. He knows he's seen everybody who's a car man. He say, oh, well, you know, they can't do this. Yeah. They can't do that. They can't do this. But he knows he can do all the jobs, and, you know, they'll come to him for it. But at some point, he's like, well, I don't really want to, you know, show all of this. I don't really want to be the guy who, you know, everybody coming to me, and I don't really want to show, you know, that I can do this because it may set off the wrong tone, and then you start doubting yourself. Well, using your ego for that can help not only yourself believe that you can do the job, but it can help everyone else around you. Mm-hmm. And that'll make your job easier.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because now nobody's coming to you every single time, every day, every single moment.
Yeah.
If you have the capability, if you don't doubt yourself in the job you can do, then you can help others do the same job that you do. And now everybody's not, you know, coming to you for the job. They can go to those guys, or this guy. And now you can just, you know, go about your day easier.
Mm-hmm. And I'm a big person of showing. I don't mind showing people. You got some people who don't like to show people stuff. Man,
job security.
I'm showing you everything, because I feel like the more everybody knows, the less it's on you.
The better for everyone.
I don't understand how people like to hold information.
It's a team. It's team, bro.
Because
it's called ego. That's ego.
Right. And when people do that, when people withhold information, they feel like, you know, because they have the information, they have the control.
That shit is trash. You know I don't like the whole holding information. Like, there's a lot of people out here who know things, and you be like, damn, like for example, like let's say Tim knew something that we all don't, but he don't want to tell us.
Right.
Why though? He'd be like, oh, he might be one of those type of people like, oh, I learned and I got the information. You can do the same.
Right.
Yeah, but what if I can't get that same information you got?
If I don't have that same access.
If I have that access to that, you're not going to trickle that down to your brothers?
Right.
Mainly as black people, we are.
And that's the thing,
because at the top of that.
Because they feel, because, you know what I mean, a lot of people feel like, you know, it's a power thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if I give you that little bit,
you're gonna be on the same level as me.
And I don't want you to.
Or
better.
You might have the gift of being able to turn that into something more than I was able to turn it into. Mm-hmm. You might be able to capitalize on that information more than I did.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And I don't want you to though.
But what else is that? That's a hit to the ego.
That's crazy, bro. It's crazy though, but it's a fact. But it's crazy.
It's a hit to the ego.
It's crazy, like especially us, especially black people, bro. We just do that. We don't want to see the next person doing better than us.
The dictionary definition of ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance.
Yeah. Self-importance. Feel as though you're less like Charles being a car man. Feel as though. Well, he don't feel that way. But I'm just saying. Someone would feel as though they're less important.
Example,
if they're less important, if you know Charles, or if they didn't know as much as him, or knew more than him, or vice versa. You know.
Right. So now, from your perspective, Chuck, like you would rather let your importance show itself.
There you go.
That's cool. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In your actions.
Then talk about it.
That's how you manifest that.
Yeah.
And that's right. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we as a society, we're conditioned to not showcase ourselves, to not put ourselves out there, to not, you know what I'm saying, we're conditioned to just be worker bees and be uniform and conform and just stay in line.
Trash.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's what we've been conditioned to do and be, especially as black people. True. That's what we've been conditioned to do. So when we have somebody that, you know, we've been raised or we've been taught to be sure of ourselves, you know what I mean? That's why when you read the dictionary definition of ego, that's who doesn't want to feel important? Who doesn't want to feel that they're important? Who doesn't want to be confident in themselves? Who doesn't want to have high self-esteem?
That's basically what you're saying.
How do you equate that to being something negative?
Nope.
Society.
It shouldn't be that way, but yeah.
The people that control the shit want you to think you are a normal, regular, non-standing out person.
You are less than.
You are less than us. You're less than the people that tell you what to do.
What's the new word for ego? It's like, what's that? Narcissistic? What's that word?
Narcissist.
Yeah, that's the new word that they use.
A new word that people have no idea what it means.
They got rid of ego and put that in front of it.
And that's crazy. You know why?
It's the same meaning, a little bit, just a little bit.
So here's the dictionary definition of narcissistic.
Narcissist. There you go.
A person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
Sound like ego.
Yeah, almost similar.
A narcissist. Narcissism is
motherfuckers don't care about nobody else but themselves.
Yeah, narcissism
ego.
is but look. Narcissism is the mutant of ego. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Narcissism is ego on steroids.
On steroids, yeah, exactly. Still you know go back to ego.
Yeah.
So if you have any kind of ego, that's the word they throw on you now.
Right. It's like the square root of narcissism is ego.
Here you go. That's the
square root.
That's what it feel like.
That's what it is.
Nah, you're right.
If you break narcissism down, I mean, to its most basic form,
yeah,
it starts with ego.
Square root. Fucking put math.
It's true though, man.
For real.
They got rid of ego. That word nobody say that, man. This guy got a lot of big ego, man. What's wrong with this guy? They don't say it no more.
Right, because it's easier. But you know why? Because it's easier to villainize.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's easier to villainize and separate, as opposed to say, yo, this guy's, you know what I mean, he's sure of himself, he's confident in himself. Let me link with him and see what it is that he got, and I can bring what I got, and we can do something with that.
You know where I first knew the meaning of that word? I mean, I was growing up. I was a wrestling fanatic. You remember who was the narcissist?
Yes.
Who?
Lex.
Okay. That's why I first knew what that meant.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. And all he had the guy holding the mirror for him, looking at himself, flexing and shit.
Right.
He's bigger and better than everybody else.
Yep.
As a kid, I'm like, oh, that's what, okay, the narcissist Lex, oh, that's what that means. Okay.
And then he was always beefing with Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect, yep.
Yep.
That's how I learned that word.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like, oh, okay, so what? I was just going off of visual because I was young. I didn't really know the word. So I'm going off of what I see, what I see him do. He got somebody holding the mirror for him, walking around with him, doing whatever he want, flexing, telling everybody how he's the best.
Yeah, and what that sound
He's
like?
better than Mr. He better than Mr. Perfect.
But what does that sound like?
A person who's all about themselves.
But what it sound like?
It's a big ego. It's a big ego. You're right. You're right. It's a person with a big ego. You're absolutely right.
It's going right back to that damn same
word.
word.
But look, I'm glad all y'all knew who I was talking about.
Yeah.
I still ain't know how to spell it at that time.
I don't know how to spell that shit down. Shit.
Fam, it's S's in there.
S's, it's a C.
There's some S's involved.
It's a T.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Some words. I
S's
asked Google.
Word up.
Alexa, how you spell it?
Ask Google. Word up. Like I got it. You know what I'm saying? But
That's what these kids do nowadays. I'm cheating like them.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy though? Like narcissism also, like the twist to that is I'm gonna put my psychology hat on real quick.
Where's that? He ain't bring it with him.
It's a Kango.
So
Kango.
That's a fact. So the crazy shit is about narcissism that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, even though, you know what I mean, the square root of it is ego, the root of most narcissism is the lack thereof, which means like the lack of self-confidence, the lack of self-esteem. You know what I'm saying? Like that mutates into narcissism because they feel like the you know what I'm saying, most, I ain't gonna say most narcissists because I don't know most narcissists, but things that I've seen, a narcissist might use the fact that they are not confident in themselves and turn that into
to work for them,
as
against them. Yes.
And put that on as a facade, as a front, because they feel like they're not more than, or they're less than, or they think that the world sees them as less. So now I have to project, I have to put on, I have to do too much.
I'm only gonna show you the good shoes. I ain't gonna show you the shoes with the holes in them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going, my
good shoes, I'm gonna put them front, center, show you them, gloss them up. Right. But what about those holes in the back?
True.
I'm going to shine up. I'm going to shine up the front.
The good part.
That's like,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know what they call them. I guess they call them the same. It's like a bully. It's like someone who pick on someone. You know, because they're probably dealing with things themselves or issues or whatever the case may be.
They see a person with a certain attribute that they don't have.
They don't have. Yes.
Or a certain thing that they don't have. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that was like the basis of bullying. You know
they like lash out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's usually a lot of times the basis of that is lack of self-esteem. Or even like, let me go to like a comedian aspect. You got a lot of comedians who would say the reason why they became comedians or they was telling jokes is because they were the one getting picked on.
Michael Blackson just talking about that on Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. He said he was getting bullied. So he turned that into comedy to make people laugh, to have people on his side and side with him as opposed to the bully. So
right.
Nah, you're right.
Unfortunately, I heard earlier y'all talk about ego, and the only way y'all seem to talk about ego is perpetuated through being evil or bad, but nobody really talks about the good side of having an ego.
Right.
Well, you gotta have an ego to be successful.
Yeah.
You can't be like a
Right. Well,
you have to have ego to be successful.
Right. But that's part of the good side of having it.
Charles kind of said it in a good way. He didn't say his ego was broad and on his shoulders.
No. I understand that, but for the most part, it's been talked about as being evil.
Because
that's how they
what
make it sound now.
Society
that's
wants
how
you
it's
to believe.
perpetuated. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
But look,
Society wants you to
go
believe.
talk to my
that
man
having
from
ego is
Amazon.
bad.
He got an ego.
Yeah.
Go talk to these owners that own these football, basketball teams. They got egos. They're not no regular dude gonna sit there and have you tell
They're
them
not
what
going
to
to not
do.
have an ego and be where they are and successful they are today.
Can't be. You can't.
Listen, man. Any team that wants people on it has to say, "Yo, we are the best team out here."
You have
This
to.
is why you want
Exactly.
to join us.
Just like this podcast. Just so y'all watching, we the best motherfuckers out here.
Yep. Don't forget.
That's a good segue into another good way of talking about ego, and it's using
I'm putting that in positivity. I'm just putting because they say you
yeah.
put it out there.
right.
Nah, absolutely.
Put it out there.
Gotta put it out there.
Right. You can also use ego to face your fears. Example with this podcast. I had a lot of fears starting this podcast, but at some point I had to say, well, let me say everybody that knows me knows I'm not a talker. So for me to say, hey, I want to start a podcast, Charles like, you want to start a podcast?
Motherfucker had to step out of his element.
Right. Because everybody knows me as a non-talker. I don't talk. But there's a lot of things that ramble. There's a lot of gears turning in my head that I like to think about, that I like to talk about, that would be easy for me to talk about. So I said, instead of just, leaving it in inside my head, why not just use a platform such as a podcast to do it? So having an ego saying, well, you know what? How about I just do it instead of just saying, I don't know if I could do it because everybody say I'm not a talker. I know I'm not a real talker. Well, fuck it. I'm going to just go ahead and do it.
I'm going to show him better than I can tell him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's a part of having an ego.
Yeah.
And that's
in a good way. That's a part of having an ego in a good way.
Yeah, and what that is, that's building and that's exercising your ego, building it up. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do that sometimes. I'm saying, like, you got to build yourself up, man. Especially nowadays, man. Because if you don't do it, who gonna do it? You know what I mean?
Well, you gotta be uncomfortable
It's your responsibility.
before you become comfortable. So
and that's what I did. I stepped out, got out of my comfort zone, and stepped to something very uncomfortable.
Amen.
Talk about it.
it.
Absolutely.
I also could give you another way. That's a good way of having an ego. A lot of people get down on themselves. When you're feeling like you got bills. Maybe your wife's sick or your kid's sick, and you got a grandmother or something who just died, and maybe the mortgage late, and everything just coming down to you at one time. You're at your lowest point. Your ego, you can use your ego to help lift you up.
I do it all the time.
You can use your ego to help say, hey, even though I'm going through this, I know I can rise out of this and do better.
I do it all the time.
And that's where your ego can come into play to help you get through those points in time in your life.
All of us as humans have that moment where, like you said, like that, the weight is just so heavy. I don't know, no shot at the females, but especially men, especially us men. We have that weight on our shoulders, like everything is just, because everything is you. Anything happen, your woman look at you. Your kid look at you. They look at daddy. They look at you. That's a fact.
yeah.
We all have that moment to where we just like Tim just said, like we kind of like we feel low, but it's only for a couple minutes, a couple seconds. Then you just pick your fucking head back up and be like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit. If it's gonna be this way, this how I'm gonna approach it. I'm gonna approach it this way. I'm gonna fight through that shit. So.
That's
Everybody knows the phrase "heavy is the head that wears the crown."
Yep.
Yep. Well, only way you're going to be able to carry that crown is if you have some type of ego.
Absolutely. And you gotta. That's part of exercising. You gotta exercise it. You gotta build on it. You know what I mean? As long as you have the self awareness to say, all right, this is how I'm gonna use it to my advantage. This is how I'm gonna, this is how I'm gonna use this to get to the next step. You know what I mean? All right, I gotta go there. All right, these people expecting me to come in a certain way, present myself in a certain way. If I don't present myself in this way, I'm not gonna be able to get past this hurdle right here. I gotta be able to jump to do this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, best case scenario, you know what I'm saying, you have the capacity to do that for yourself. But sometimes you need motivation.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you need motivation. You need it from, you know what I'm saying? You can get it from your team. You can get it from your kids. You can get it from your significant other.
I see my man's wife over here like, that's me. That's motivation. Though.
Absolutely.
That's motivation. Though.
Absolutely.
Like, it's crazy because like Alicia, like she wanted to go back to school. So I told her, I'm like, fuck it, do it. Go. And she did it. I was the help in pushing that to happen. And she did it. Even right now, she's like, I want to go back and get my BSN. I'm like, well, just let me know.
What a great man.
Just let me know.
Great man.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I don't look at things as like just the present, bro. I look at the future. Like, I got a son. Like, I'm looking at
if something happened to you,
exactly.
she can take over.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And that's how. What's great about that is that's how you boost both of your egos, because you boosted her ego by saying, yo, you can do this, you know what I'm saying? You have the power to do this, you have the capacity to do this, I'm gonna support you doing that. And then in turn, your ego is being boosted as well, because you like, yeah, I'm doing that for her. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting on to this. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm getting behind her with this. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking care of this. I mean, I'm making sure she's able to do this.
I only take credit for pushing her a little bit, but I can't take credit for what she did that on her own.
Nah, absolutely.
She finished school. She graduated. She did that part.
Absolutely,
yeah.
but bro, she still needed your support though.
Oh yeah, I
you know what I'm saying? You still had to play the role you had to play.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she went and did that, but not saying that she wouldn't have been able to do it without you there, but I guarantee it wouldn't have been as easy.
I totally agree.
You could have said, hey, you can't go to school. I need you to work.
Right.
You can't go to
sit your ass down here and take care of this
40
kid.
hours, you know what? 50 hours. I need you to work.
You know what I mean?
I didn't want it to. I just wanted to focus on school. She did it.
And then that the narcissist comes back into play, because here's the thing. You got situations like that, you know what I mean, where it might be a woman out here trying to go to school, trying to work, trying to, you know what I mean, do whatever. And they might have a narcissistic man that is like, nah, I have to be in the forefront. I have to be the person here. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be bettering yourself, because if in the brain, it's like, if you better yourself, then I'm
less than a man.
I'm less than. I gotta take a back seat, shit like that.
Or it can be reversed. The roles can be reversed. The woman can go to school, finish school, then now her chin up, her chest out.
That's a fact.
And she throwing that shit around.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
To the guy, like, look at me, I finished school. You ain't do shit. What you doing?
Right.
But all along, this was the man who helped you, who pushed you, who provided for you while you went to school.
Yep.
Now you like, now you feel as though you better than him.
That's the narcissistic brain. That's when, you know what I'm saying? That's when cute little Gizmo gets the water thrown on him. You know what I'm saying?
Just turned on Gremlins yesterday.
Hey, watch that shit last night.
Word up. That's when that happens. You know what I'm saying? And then they that ego turns into the monster, turns into the narcissism. You know what I mean? And they forget, like, nah, this was just this. This was just me supposed to be feeling good about what we doing. And that turns into, nah,
fucking
fuck
gremlin.
This all me.
Should not have eaten after midnight.
Yep.
Exactly what that is.
You know what I'm saying? So, moral of the story is, don't compliment your woman after midnight.
The gremlin gonna come out. The one with the mohawk.
Nah, jokes, man. Nah, but for real, that's how the shit go. You know what I mean? Some people take that and it just turns into something else. And that's where you get the negative outlook on ego from. You know what I mean? Because it's easier for people to say this is bad than it is to say this is good.
Yeah.
Like, and that's crazy.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You good, Tim?
You ready?
Like,
Okay, I thought
you over there, you know what I'm saying? Reminiscing about some shit.
I
Like,
was just listening.
Standing there as white eyes just now, like I can't wait till we get in that room.
They made eye contact.
Nasty, man.
You made eye contact?
Yeah, it's always making.
Oh,
eye
I didn't beat that though.
throw that Beyonce on.
No.
Oh, this guy can't stand Beyonce.
be.
Anything but that. Anything but that. No. She already knows. She turned that on, then I'm walking out the room.
Whoa.
Just play Kanye.
What if she starts singing it herself? Still gonna turn it on because it's not Beyonce?
That's even worse.
Oh,
Come on, man.
You're not about to hear no Beyonce from her or Beyonce.
And look. Just play Kanye verse. That's all right. I mean,
No, I don't want to hear the song at all. Play her sister. What's her sister name?
Kelly.
Solange.
Solange.
Yeah.
I can listen to
Fam.
her before I listen to Beyonce.
For real?
Actually, yes.
Wow.
I don't know, man. She might want to fight that.
Yeah, I don't know neither, bro. Yeah. So as you done with this pie, she gonna stone cold stunning the shit out of you.
Word up. Like,
She know how I feel about
You gonna
it.
hit a glass shatter. Barber 316 injured this bitch, motherfucker.
word.
She know how I feel about that.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Talk.
Nah, we know.
Oh, that's,
Let's leave Beyonce.
No, we know.
that'll take 5 seconds. I already know.
No,
this.
we know.
Man, we just started this podcast, my nigga.
Yeah, Beehive come destroying this mo.
We is not.
The
We are
Beehive
not-
don't care how big or small you is. They will
Yeah, they
destroy
gonna come
you.
for your ass.
We don't need. I don't need that. We don't need that. We do not need
Nah, fuck that. Nah, we need that. With that ego, motherfucker.
How about I heard too many people say that she's the best singer alive.
that. Well, I mean, nah, we ain't gonna do that.
Wait.
In her early days, I might could do that.
Nah,
Like on
No,
the
no.
level, like on the level of Whitney Houston.
Crazy
No,
as hell.
No, but on
Crazy as hell.
her early days, I could see the argument.
With who? Whitney Houston?
Beyonce, her first, like I want that.
But I get that. But still with Whitney Houston.
like with Dangerous Love and stuff, she hit the note stuff,
Man,
but
fuck that.
she didn't do it long enough, so I can't
we are
put her in the
not
Whitney.
going. First of all,
not Whitney Hutton.
Not Whitney
saying that
Hutton.
No, I'm
Not
saying-
Whitney. Not Whitney Hutton.
Not Whitney Hutton.
I'm not
we
saying
not finna do that.
I'm not saying that. Me personally, I don't agree, but I can see the early Beyonce, not the "Get me baddie, get me back," not the damn the pop star. Her first
wish.
album, like, you gotta put like
I
Dangerously
can't
in
see it at
Love.
all. Sorry.
Go
Wish
listen to
a
her first
motherfucker
album.
would.
Go listen to the
Bro,
first
I grew up
album.
in
The
a house
first
with
album.
women, bro. I've listened.
The first album.
It's on the same. It's on the same level as Whitney Houston.
I grew up in a house with women. I listened to.
I
I
think
know the songs.
Dangerously in
motherfucker.
Love is a big song that's a lot of people can't
No,
do.
I'm not saying it's not.
And
I
she
wish
got a
a
couple on
motherfucker
that first CD. She got songs that a lot of people.
Shit, Whitney got songs motherfuckers can't do either.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Oh, so you're comparing it to people not being able to imitate that?
That's what I'm saying. Beyonce got a couple of tracks. Like
I mean,
that.
if you want to say that, then I guess.
Now for a career, she not Whitney.
I mean, yeah, everybody got
for a career.
All right,
I get
let's
what
just
you're
say
saying.
this.
If you want to compare it that way, I
Yeah,
get what you're
yeah.
saying.
You can find a lot more people that can mimic Beyonce before they
You
can
find a
mimic
lot more
Whitney.
people that can mimic with you. Yeah, that's a fact.
So we not gonna
That's
do
a
that.
fact.
Well, I saw a lot of people.
I
mimic
noticed.
are
Whitney
not.
already.
You wanna know? I notice every time he say something important, he gotta do like every time he say something
Nah,
important.
because it's the
like-
point. I'm saying.
Every time he make a
You
point,
gotta-
or
nah,
say
you
something
gotta
serious,
understand
or say something
the
serious,
point.
he
Nah,
start
man.
off like this.
That's
The point is his. I'm bringing it to the
That's
table.
his ego, motherfucker. He bringing it to the table. He like, yo, nah,
I'm
ain't no
bringing the
fucking
point to
way.
the table. That gotta be recognized. It's right here.
Anytime I should go tonight, and like, look, damn it, I want sex right now.
That's the ego talking.
This is important. I want sex.
Nah, that ain't what I put on the table. Nah, man, but for real, bro, like, nah, man, Whitney out of here, bro.
No.
I don't want to get to that
She
discussion.
one of those.
I'm sorry.
Nah.
I want
could-
to, but I don't.
Listen,
I think maybe that should be a
not.
thing for females. I don't.
I'm not saying that Beyonce could blow with Whitney, but Beyonce got some tracks early in her days. Not the end, not the watermelon, not sipping on lemonade and all that crap she came out with after that. I'm talking about the early Beyonce.
I know what you're talking about.
Was pretty damn good.
I grew up in the house of
She had to go pop
Trust me, bro,
to
she
try to
go
sell.
off. Nah, she go off. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah.
I'm trying to gain a fan base, so I'm gonna just be quiet.
Yeah.
Listen, look, fuck that. I don't.
That's his ego.
Look, Beyonce go the fuck off. Like, we not about to sit here and act like.
Nah, as a performer, as an entertainer, I'm not gonna take that away. She might be the best at that.
Top 5.
Yeah,
She definitely top 5. Performance, period.
I might put at one. I might put at one.
She smoked a lot of them,
As an entertainer, I might put
As
at
an
one.
entertainer, nah, she definitely.
I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is straight. Is pure vocalist.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's not.
I'm not saying she can't sing. I'm saying I don't know if she make all time top.
No, but I know what Charles mean. He what he said was
certain songs
like
Whitney Houston songs
structured around her.
He said like when it comes to like people imitating them both.
Right. I understand that.
It's rough.
Is the song structured around her?
Around Beyonce on the first couple albums, yeah.
All right. So what I'm
first
saying is
2 albums, yeah.
What I'm saying is I'm pretty sure you could put Whitney Houston in any type of song and she'll knock it out the park.
That's a fact. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Both of them will, yeah.
I believe, my opinion, the song has to be structured around Beyonce for her to be at top notch.
Not early day Beyonce.
I don't know.
That's why I just said
why
I just said my opinion.
That's
why I said my opinion.
Not early day Beyonce.
You got technology.
That's his opinion. Maybe he's entitled to his opinion. You can't.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, not early day
Well, fuck
Beyonce.
nobody's opinion.
Now, after like her second album, that junk just went pop. Like she just don't. You don't really give a fuck what she's saying. Like singing wise, I don't think her vocals really stood out.
I ain't talking about recently.
She recently, she's a rapper.
I will say
she's a rapper.
She is garbage.
No, she's a rapper.
Nah, you out.
No, recently I would say she's garbage. I don't listen. That is trash.
Because all she just said, I want fans. I ain't gonna say nothing.
he just threw us out the window.
He said he don't care.
No, because I don't care anymore. I don't care. No, it ain't the liquor. No.
I'm just fucking with you.
No, it ain't the liquor. No. We all good. We all good this week because I'm making. That's right. I gotta put.
You said the Dolomite. He said got the Dolomite hands.
Double my hands.
I got double.
You got 2 of them.
I got double down. I got double down on this importance right here.
You see how fast that flip, son? That's You the GOAT, son.
Nah, I get it though. Nah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get what both of y'all saying.
Nah, I get it. No, listen. For I'm just saying it from the other angle. Do I think Beyonce could fuck with Whitney? Not in fucking sleep. But I could see what people.
You see their argument.
Because there's certain songs that Beyonce got is freaking incredible. Like them, the vocals she laid down was crazy.
Can't touch it.
Absolutely.
Can't touch it.
Not later in her career though.
No, I agree with that.
Yo, check this out. First of all, I'm gonna pull one song out.
Before you say that, that's where the ego came into play later in her career.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
She could put out any damn thing, and you gonna listen to it. That's where the ego came into play.
No, well, she what she did was, you gotta play with the times.
Right.
She went with the era. She went with the pop era. She followed the era. Unfortunately, to sell, you gotta follow the era. She would have did Whitney Houston, she'd be nowhere. Right now, Whitney Houston's out, she'd be trash.
That's facts.
I don't give a damn how good her vocals are. People don't want to hear that anymore. So you gotta go with the times. She came out with Dangerously in Love, that first album, blowing vocals. That time was still pretty cool. But once that fucking Neo, that the pop songs started coming out, she had no choice but to switch over.
Right.
You had Rihanna out here. You got to go with the times. You had J-Lo. You had all these people making all these damn pop songs. She couldn't keep doing Dangerously in Love.
You got to kind of cater to what's selling and what's going on at the particular point.
So I think the times took her out of her what could have been.
Her element.
I think she might would have had more songs. She could have showed vocals, but the time took her out. She had to think about what she did. She did all that music for tours, arenas, everything so well. She's not gonna make a song that you can't, like, she gotta sit there. She danced.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston don't
She's
dance.
an entertainer.
Yeah,
She gonna entertain you, so she gotta make music that she could entertain you with. So that's why she can't go up there blowing vocals and dancing at the same time. I'm like, what the hell,
crazy-
man? Sit your
hitting
ass
crazy high notes,
still.
doing
Mariah
flips and
Carey.
shit.
Nobody
Yeah,
like
nah,
Mariah Carey got one of the greatest voices of all time. But her performance is garbage. She's staying there.
Is Mariah Carey
Because
is
her
Beyonce
voice is the performance.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't do it.
is Beyonce better than Mariah Carey?
Yes, I would say.
Vocal wise,
I would say so.
Yeah.
Vocal
Right now,
Well, right now, yeah.
At any point in their career.
I would say so.
Mariah done lost.
That's rough.
Mariah's gone.
That's
No.
another rough. That's
Early
another rough.
Mariah, hell no.
That's
bro.
rough. That's rough.
First of all,
Emancipation of Mimi?
Beyonce can't sing "Vision of Love" right
Talking
now.
about Emancipation
nigga.
of
What
Mimi?
you talking about? What are we talking? No, I'm talking about "Vision of Love" Mariah, nigga. Fuzzy video with the poofy hair Mariah, nigga.
Yeah.
When everybody
Yeah,
thought she was still
Mariah.
white. When everybody thought Mariah was still white at the time. Nigga.
Yeah.
Beyonce can't sing none of them songs, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
rough.
Nah, bro. We ain't doing that. We
Talking
is
about
not
old
doing
dirty
that.
bastard Mariah.
Word. Now?
Oh, yeah, right. She's done.
Trash.
I'm just saying
got
at the,
older.
at the
Yeah,
peak of
them
their
high-
at the
them high
peak
notes is
at,
outta here,
at the
though.
peak of their career.
They
Who,
playing her high
who
notes
sings better, Mariah or Beyonce?
At
Mariah.
the peak of
At
their
the peak of their career.
I say
At the peak
Mariah.
of their career, Mariah.
I say
Chill.
Mariah.
Chill. Nah, it ain't. Nah, we
What do
nah,
you-
we ain't doing that.
Give me another singer.
You said you said
But
Mariah.
we talking about the goats of the goats though. This is not a slight.
And
to
I'm telling you,
Beyonce, bruh.
people consider her the goats of the goats. That
in
her
her
lane.
her-
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
field,
In her lane. But I'm not talking about
absolutely.
that. I'm talking about people
But they
saying.
not
You
her
said give me
lane.
another singer.
I'm talking about people as I'm talking about people saying vocally as a
Top
singer.
5 dead alive.
You said
Top
give
five
me
dead
another
alive.
singer.
She is one
She
of
might
the
not
greatest
make it.
singers. I'm
She
not
won't
talking
make
about
it.
entertaining. Entertaining. I just said.
I don't think she make it.
I put her number one.
Top 5
We
dead
talking
alive. I
about
don't think she
hold
make
on.
it.
We talking male or female?
No,
No,
just
it's
female.
female.
Just female.
Okay,
Top
but
5
here's
dead
the
alive,
thing,
I don't
bro.
know.
First of all, Patti LaBelle,
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
you cannot. What are we talking about, bro?
Shit, she going down and down the list.
What we
I'm
talking
just
about?
saying.
Aretha.
This is
She
what I
keeps
hear.
running.
We talking about in their prime. We talking about in their prime, right?
Man, I got them
Patty,
on my Spotify.
yeah.
Aretha.
I'll be in a car blasting that shit
What are we talking about?
on my way to work.
Yeah, top 5 dead alive. She might not make the top 10.
She not. I
on,
guarantee
bruh.
she not.
Who you talking
rough.
about?
I guarantee she not.
Stephanie Mills.
I guarantee
What we
she not.
talking about?
And he just named 4
Wait,
of them.
who ain't gonna make the top 10?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh, I thought you talking about the fucking Aretha Franklin.
No, top
This
10.
guy about to
I don't
watch
know.
out somebody.
Top
the fucking
5.
elbows.
Top 5. Nah, we ain't doing that. Top 10. She might get in there.
Yeah, she might sneak.
get in
That's what I
top
said.
10.
She might.
She'll get in the top 10.
She
I'll
might.
definitely give her top 10. Top 5, nah, bro. I already said 4.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Like, we ain't doing that. We already said 4 that
I'm
she's
just
clearly
saying.
not
I'm just
better than
saying what
her
I
prime.
hear all the time.
Vocally.
Yeah, she definitely not.
I'm just saying what I hear all the time. That she is the greatest,
Well,
one of
we-
the greatest singers of all time.
Well, that's-
She is.
She is, though.
She is.
Well, if
though.
you top 10, that is all. That you can say, yeah, she is one of the greatest
though.
of all
You can't
time.
say she's not if you
I'm
compare.
talking
Now,
about
she like number
when I
40.
say great. When I say greatest, the way they talk about
She has
Mount
one of the
Rushmore
greatest
of singers.
Well,
She's
you-
not on the Mount
Well, it's
Rushmore of
only-
singers.
No,
But it's
but you
only
say,
four
but
spots on Mount
yeah, but
Rushmore,
you'll
my
say,
nigga.
but you'll say Shaq
That's
is
not
one of the
even five.
greatest. You'll say Shaq is one of the greatest players
Yeah,
of
I was
all
about to
time.
compare basketball players.
Or you'll say Ivan Iverson is one of the greatest players of all time.
in his era at what he did though.
I'm not going to say.
At what he did.
Yeah.
Mad people played basketball though. You know
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Mad people sung, yo.
Like Iverson ain't a top 10 player, but he's a generational player.
He changed the game.
changed the game.
Right.
Beyonce, one of those people who changed the game.
Shaq ain't the best center. He's the most dominant center. He
Yeah, you
ain't the
can say
greatest
that.
center.
I mean, yeah, he's in his
But
own
he-
lane.
but he's
Like
one-
Beyonce's
Well,
in her own.
That
I
might
hate
be
to say
top five.
that might be the perfect example to
Well,
compare with
Well,
Beyonce.
I hate
But
to
he
say
top
this. I
five,
hate to say this though.
She not top 5.
If you want to take 10 years of somebody's career versus another 10 years, Shaq would destroy any center.
Facts.
10 years, not whole career.
Facts.
10 in Shaq prime versus what center is better than Shaq?
So that means you
Name
say Shaq is the
one.
greatest of all time. That's it.
Name one. I'm telling you, well, you got to go by whole career.
Yeah, I'm,
Shaq
Shaq
top
done had-
5.
because his
you
first.
said 10 years. You said do it.
If you do top 10 prime, like Shaq in LA,
and there's nobody even close.
close. Or Shaq from like that Orlando to LA.
Nobody.
Name somebody.
Nobody.
Shaq top 5, bro.
Nobody.
I was going to just name one center right now.
Right.
Hakeem ain't touching him.
Hakeem had better skills.
Yeah,
did.
he would destroy
Better-
Hakeem.
he did destroy Hakeem.
Yeah.
He would have.
But Hakeem was a better scorer. I would say
more finesse.
He killed the admiral.
It was cute to see.
He bust the admiral ass.
Yeah. It's
Don't
more,
all over that motherfucker, yo.
It's more beautiful to watch Hakeem play. He's like a freaking marksman of the post. Like he's going to make it look bad. Shaq, boom, get out of my way.
Right.
Boom, it's over.
That's where the dominance coming into play.
That's what I'm saying. Like when do you stop?
Around,
Now 10 years, Shaq is destroying any center.
Everybody, I don't give a fuck who it is.
Full career, Shaq at the end was.
Because he had his foot problems. And all that shit.
He just didn't take care of his body. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. In their prime, that's what we're talking about. In their prime, you know what I'm saying. So Shaq top 5 in his prime.
Are you going to discount Will Chamberlain?
Will Chamberlain.
I mean, that motherfucker played
was
the league
destroyed
when
it,
the
Will
goddamn
Chamberlain.
Sinners was
The
6'9".
game was different, bro.
The Sinners was 6. The tall motherfucker on the team was 6'7".
Word. The game
Will
was
Chamberlain.
totally
He was great.
7 feet tall.
So what was Bill Russell's excuse then?
Bill Russell played around a bunch of short
Man, he
white
played.
men.
He did. No, but here's my point.
He played in the league when it was like 11 teams.
He did. But here's my point, though.
And I am not about to take a goddamn thing away from Bill Russell.
He did. Here's my point.
Because first of all, that nigga is still alive.
And he got 11 rings.
I respect
11
that.
rings.
I respect the fact that he is still alive out here,
Trash
nigga. He's just walking around looking like a young Kevin Durant.
He look younger than Kevin Durant.
It's his hair. It's his hair. He ain't got motherfucking bunch of spiders dancing on his head.
He got that face beard. Whatever the hell that shit he got on his damn face.
I will always respect
Chia pet
Bill
on his
Russell.
face.
Nigga.
Bunch of spiders dancing on his head.
But
How many people do you know average 50 and 25?
Man, come on. Them stats are overrated, man.
Listen,
That era back
If it's overrated, then how come the other guys didn't do it?
because the
You can't-
league
you
was
kinda can't-
trash.
it was.
The NBA was garbage back then.
I
NBA
understand
was
that.
garbage in the
How
50s,
come
bro.
Bill Russell didn't do
Okay.
it?
I get what he's saying.
But here we go.
It was done at that moment.
Rocky
Why
Marciano is the greatest boxer of all time.
He's not.
But guess
But
what?
why-
People
why?
say it though. He's
not.
undefeated.
he's not.
He's not.
I'm just saying.
I would
he's
say Sugar Ray
undefeated.
Leonard is better than him.
No, I'm just
I
saying.
mean,
though.
not Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson.
He's
I'm
trying to
just
compare your
saying.
argument.
I'm saying
He's trying to
he
compare what you're
fought in
saying.
the era where boxing was trash, and people he still went 50-0 or 49 or whatever it was.
saying Bill Russell and that era was ass.
Just
But,
like
I
some
mean,
people,
you
some
take
people.
it back further though.
I'm not talking about Bill Russell. I'm talking about Will Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain.
Oh, well, fucking him too.
No, Will Chamberlain was great.
Nah, he was.
He was definitely great. But
He
but
was
the
great. The
people
league was
around
ass.
him. The people around him did not catch up to who he was.
Yeah, the league was trash.
Which is
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
That's
Yeah,
understandable.
which is fine because he made it.
So
there,
his
he earned
argument
that
is
shit.
Rocky Marciano is fucking undefeated.
in the trash
There
era.
they go. There they go.
In the trash era.
There they go. Every
Yeah.
time I
Every
bring
time
up Will Chamberlain, a white man got to bring Rocky Marciano out of there.
There you go.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that for fucking in the barbershop.
Coming to America.
Coming to America, there you go.
Rocky Marciano.
No, I'm just saying that though.
Rocky Marciano is good, but he ain't got shit on Joe Louis. He whooped Joe Louis's ass.
Yeah.
But compared to Will Chamberlain,
Nah, I'm just saying. Nah, I'm just saying that only because the era, man. The era was a little sus, man. That was
no. All those the top 75 guys that they got, 30 of those guys they could rip off the list
I
because
was
they
about
came
to
from
say,
that era.
I don't agree with all
They
of
came
them.
from that era. Those guys.
What Will Smith? What Will Chamberlain would have did in the 80s, nigga? In early 90s.
He was destroyed them.
What he would have destroyed the Celtics and the Pistons and shit. Them niggas that was out here clotheslining
They about to
niggas.
say, I don't know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Will Chamberlain would have been fucking up Joe Dumars, nigga. I don't know, bro.
He would have been socking
I don't know.
motherfuckers right in the
He wouldn't have
hours,
been
right
smoking.
along
He would-
with him.
no, he wouldn't have
Yes, he
scored.
would have.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't have
Yes,
scored
he
100.
would've.
We'll never know.
He would have never had 100 points.
He would have scored 100. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
he wouldn't have got 100.
He
They
would
would beat
not
the brakes
have
off that
scored
ball.
100
He would
points
not
on the
have
Pistons,
averaged
nigga.
30 motherfucking rebounds.
There's no way. He would
No
not have scored
fucking
100
way.
points.
Hey.
He was not
Moses
getting 30
Malone.
rebounds.
Moses
on
Malone
Dennis
averaged
Rodman.
20, so why couldn't he average 30?
Fam, Dennis Rodman, he is not getting 30 rebounds on Dennis Rodman, nigga. Dennis Rodman will fly kick the fuck out of niggas. Bruh, come on, bro.
I seen the movie Double Team.
Not at all. I've seen him do it, nigga. No, I've seen him do it in the game. Fuck the
All I'm
movie,
saying
nigga.
is,
Dennis Rodman was out there
you had people
flying
like
all over the place.
you had people
bro.
like Bob Cousy and these guys trash, and they say these guys top 75 players. Will Chamberlain was
For
a
their
different
time.
type.
For their time.
He was just a different type. Wait,
He was, but if you put Wilt Chamberlain on any roster in 1992, nigga, he's getting injured.
Will Chamberlain kick Shaq ass in his prime?
Hell no.
No, well,
I ain't gonna say.
Well,
Offensively, yes, he would. Now, when he had to guard Shaq, Shaq
probably bust his ass.
Yeah.
Trying to bang down.
And guess
in
what?
the
He gonna be tired as fuck because you can imagine D and fucking Shaq and try to shoot that nasty ass.
Hey, yeah, you know when you banging bodies.
Yeah.
We'll go and get 15, 8, and 8.
Hey, look what happened to Vince Carter.
When you banging bodies against a guy.
Yeah.
Nah. He said, no, wait. No, what did he say?
That shit was gay as hell.
Yes, it was.
Hold on.
But
He said banging
you gotta find a
bodies,
line. When you keep
forgot
banging
what
them
he
and banging
said.
them.
Oh, yeah.
He said when you back down, the guy keep banging you and banging you. You know, sometimes you just gotta let him. Man, y'all play too much.
Fucking Shaq started dying.
Let
me set that
I'm
up.
that shit up, yo. Fuck
I
it.
gotta
I gotta hear it.
That joke was crazy. Banging them and banging them. Shaq over there got the stupid.
I was just
face.
watching Shaq highlights yesterday. Oh my god.
Nah, that's ridiculous.
Oh my god. Nobody.
Bang, and go through, or get it inside reverse, outside reverse pivot, make quick move. You have to get a small guy.
Well, the only way a small guy can guard a guy like yourself or Joker is to take their legs away. So you're smaller, you're taking their base, so they're leaning in.
That's not what Draymond's doing. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually, because if you can feel their body,
You can feel their body.
he's just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you, you spin off of him. Those are the worst defenders to play against, actually.
Oh my
because
god.
you can feel their body.
He doubled down on
Yeah.
the
Yes,
shit.
he did.
You can feel their body.
Well, my argument to that is always if you want to try to put him in another era, I don't want to hear nobody ever say LeBron can't play in the 80s or Kevin Durant can't play. I always tell everybody this. Whatever era you grow up in, that's how you're going to play.
Right.
Because Shaq, beginning of his era, slamming people, beating people up. Before he retired, flopping.
But he had to slow down.
He was following the lead. You
had to
follow
slow
what
down.
era you playing in. See, when you playing the lead for a long time, you start following the lead.
You get older, you can't keep jumping all over the fucking place. His feet was hurting.
Yeah, people.
I don't know if KD would have been as dominant playing back in the day.
Well, he might would have got bigger.
Why you say that?
I don't know his frame would allow him to get that way.
Well,
KD played
why
in
no?
though. If KD played in the early 90s, nigga,
he would have
Hell
got
no.
bigger. No, listen.
they probably would have made him get bigger.
He would have got bigger. Look at Giannis. Giannis
made
looked
him
like
get bigger.
KD when he first came to league. He decided to put
he had
20
to put on
pounds of muscle
He had to
on
put on muscle.
to
Yeah,
say, I'm
absolutely.
going to. Kevin Durant said, y'all said I couldn't lift 100 pounds. What he said in his
But,
speech?
yeah,
I
but
couldn't lift 100
The
pounds
way
at my
KD
what's name.
But the way he play, he don't need weight.
Yes, he do.
No.
He do.
He's
He
a
showed this
shooter.
year that
I mean, that's this
Yeah,
year.
but that's how the
as soon as
NBA
they put
was.
two
But
bodies
that's how
on
the
him.
NBA was back then.
I get that,
Yeah.
but he wouldn't have to. He would just shoot the ball. You see what I'm saying? Like he
But
wouldn't.
they won't allow you to shoot back then because they was roughing you up.
Yeah, it wasn't a shooter. It wasn't a shooter's
You
league.
couldn't do
But
that.
now,
Wasn't.
but you got
In the
people,
now era-
You got people who put a shot up before the banging of the bodies.
No.
get to
Right.
them.
The problem was coming off of screens and stuff, they was hitting them.
Yeah.
And that shit
They
fuck
still
with
gonna
you
hit you.
mentally.
They still
hitting
gonna hit you up
I
top.
get
And
that.
he not used to
you
that.
guys are right, but
Yeah.
KD is still 7 feet tall.
It don't matter.
But he's shooting over whoever he's
Jason
guarding
Tatum
him.
was blocking that shit because he
Listen,
mentally
you can
fucked
do
him.
that.
Yeah, but Jason Tatum is how tall?
6'8", 6'7".
So who would have been guarding KD back then?
Everybody. They put Dennis Rodman on his ass. Dennis
Fair.
Rodman would have
Okay.
shut his ass down.
Let's say he played against the bad boy Pistons. Who would have been guarding him?
It don't
Joe
matter.
Dumars?
They'd clotheslined his ass.
Tayshaun Prince.
No,
Oh no, you're
I
talking
said
about the bad
boys.
boys. The bad boys.
It's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
80s,
Yeah, who the fuck would guard him?
it
Joe
don't
Dumars?
matter.
He wouldn't have.
6'5".
Every
Yo,
time he
Bill
tried to-
Laimbeer would have kicked him in the nuts.
This is what I'm saying. Y'all just said that people adjust to the time.
If he adjusted the time,
KD would have adjusted to those times.
then he had to put weight
would
on.
have had adjusted
Just like Jordan did.
the
Just
size
like,
of his muscles.
But
He
I'm
had to-
saying though, so you mean to tell me he
Here's-
can adjust it to the times to be a shooter?
Oh, here's how I could debunk that argument. Early in his career, me being an OKC fan, watching him play, when he played against Golden State, when they had Steven Jackson and those guys with Golden State, when they had the guys with the Mavs, when they had Chris Paul playing with the Clippers, they would put one guy on him, under him all game, stick him under him all game, defend him, rough and tough throughout the game. He couldn't figure it out.
Push him around.
At the time, he didn't have dribble, so he couldn't dribble by him, had all the fancy dribbles at the time. All he could do was shoot. So all he had to do was just get up under him and make sure he couldn't dribble. He couldn't figure that out. Now he has the dribble, but now they use 5 guys to bump him everywhere he go. Bump him, knock him around. This is 10 years later. So he still ain't figure it out.
You know why he ain't figure it out? He went to the cheat code. He should have stayed the man way. When you go to Golden State, you got 5 other greats.
He with the Nets now.
I'm just
we
saying.
talking about right now.
But that's 2 years. What about the other 5 years he's with, or 4 years he's with Golden State? So he's with 10 years with.
Nobody did it.
They couldn't bump him. How you gonna bump him? We gonna leave Stephen Curry open? You gonna leave Klay Thompson open? Who you gonna leave open? Mm-hmm. Who you gonna bump on that team?
All he's doing is running around. All you had to do is give him a 4 on him, a bump here. That's all the Celtics did.
But that's
all the Celtics did.
They did it because it was KD and who? Kyrie don't move. He stands in the corner on that motion offense. Who are you bumping?
You can bump him when he's going by you. You standing there. You standing there with your guy. He come by you. All you gotta do is slide over, bump him, get back to your guy.
And then guess what? When you move out of position, Steph Curry come right behind that motion offense, catch it and shooting right in your mouth. That's what happened when you go to Golden State. Now he's by himself. He don't have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Iguodala. He got Kyrie.
Iguodala couldn't shoot.
Well, he couldn't shoot, but he was a big contributor on that team.
Right.
Like you had to worry about him.
You talking about shooting?
I'm just talking about anything. They had motion offense.
Offensively, nobody worried about him.
It was motion. It was motion offense. Everybody was rolling at that time.
And here's the thing about the Nets too, though.
That motion offense, it don't matter.
They wasn't told. First of all, they don't have no coach.
Yeah, that's
first of all.
Well, Kyrie said I don't need no coach, so I don't give a fuck. I'm not giving that excuse. No, I was gonna say that, but when you say I don't need no coach,
I can't tell in the playoffs you need no fucking coach.
Nah, and KD, this is the thing because KD don't have nobody to dish that shit off to. If somebody came down and double KD, if he try to come down, you know what I'm saying, try to come down to the rim or some shit, you know what I'm saying, niggas collapse down on him.
Guess what KD said? I got another counter for that. KD said we don't need motion offense. What we got motion? That's why he left OKC. I mean, that's why he left Golden State. We don't need motion offense. I don't feel bad for KD or Kyrie because y'all want to play one on bump.
That's where they ended up at.
Y'all want to play one on bump. That's y'all fault.
That's where they ended up at.
Stupid motherfucker. Oh. When I heard that shit from KD, that shit pissed me off. I didn't know KD said that shit. I don't want to be in motion offense. That shit make it easy for you to get shots. You think that shot over LeBron, all that shit, all that running around, all that shit is it get you easy shots.
Stephen Clay do it, motherfucker.
Oh, you want to just get the ball and ISO dribble and score. That shit get you nowhere.
But that's the thing. That just shows you that just you doing what you know how to do is not
enough.
Ego.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
Go back to ego?
It's not.
You going back?
That's a fact. That's a fact. That goes back to ego.
Goes back to motherfucking
best player in the league.
Oh no!
Show ass the fuck up out of here.
That's a fact, bro.
We got
best player in the league playing right the fuck now.
We got talking about Giannis. We got.
Keep it gangster. For the past 2-3 years, people been saying KD been the best player in the league.
Nah.
Yes, he has.
He was injured for 2 of those shits. What you talking about?
Without the injury, he's saying he's the best.
No.
With and without the injury, they've been saying he's the best.
Stephen A. definitely. I've
LeBron James.
Stephen A. was the one that was LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Stephen A. was saying mad
after he went to the Lakers.
Hell no. About the other 50 people.
Celtics tied the series.
Oh, they won?
What about
they won tonight? 108 to 95.
Nice.
What about the rest of those? What about the rest of the people?
Game 7 gonna be crazy.
Game 7, bro.
Game 7 gonna be crazy.
And that's gonna be in Boston.
Word. Nah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Game 7 gonna be crazy.
Damn.
But I kind of figured they was gonna go to Game 7 though. I think Suns and Mavs gonna go to Game 7 too.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's gonna.
Like
Luka been kicking ass, bro.
Isn't that game? Yeah, that is Game 7.
The next
yeah, that's 3-3. Yeah, next game is Game 7. Yeah, it's 3-3 now. Yeah. But they're gonna be in Phoenix.
Everybody at home been whooping their ass.
They're gonna be in Phoenix.
Yeah. They whooped whoever the home team whooped the other team's ass. It's weird.
I mean, but the Bucks was home. They lost.
No. I'm talking about that Mavs.
Oh yeah.
By himself.
Luka was Luka.
Luka. Everybody keep talking about Luka. That motherfucker was 10 for 29. Now who gives a fuck? I ain't trying to be funny. He can look at that shit. That shit look great.
That
Everybody
shit
want to say
difference.
that shit. No, I'm just saying this nigga's like this motherfucker don't really. Yo, he's out there shooting, but he's really not
doing anything.
He has 7 turnovers. Do anybody talk about that? How great is Luka?
I'm sure
if you really want,
about that.
I'm just saying though, like everybody wants to put Luka on this. He's the best one. He's leading that team by himself. That team is doing something.
I mean, I think
he's shooting 32% from the 3-point line.
That shit all you want to. I think his presence make a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
They definitely do.
His presence.
Here's a stat that shows you he's involved in every score play.
You're not scared of him.
No. He's
either
assisting or scoring. He's been involved in both of those in every way they scored. So either he scored or he's assisted on that score for them to score.
That's a damn lie. This motherfucker, listen, it's a damn lie. He only made 10, listen, he only got 7 assists. He had 8 assists. He had 8 assists. They made like 30 baskets. So how did he score an assist on all the baskets?
I'm sensing that you don't
He
like
only
Luka very
made
much.
10. And he made 10 for 29. So that's 18. What about the other 12 shots?
I'm gonna give you the game that just passed.
Yeah.
And in the first half, before the second quarter ended, when they went on that fucking run where they went up 15. Mm-hmm. That run where they went up 15, he scored or assisted on every point.
Oh, that's one run. What about the whole game? I don't care about no one run. One run is
Well,
nothing.
After that 15, after they went up 15, the game was over.
They was already up by like 12 before that.
No, it wasn't.
They went.
No, it wasn't.
They was up.
It was 41. I think it was like 41-39.
Okay,
41 in that run.
They went on a run before that, and they came back before halftime. They was down by like 12 before that. Do you remember that? Then they came back and cut it down before halftime. Then they went on the second run, the third quarter.
They didn't close. They stretched the lead before halftime.
They stretched it. Well, before half, yeah. Well, first quarter of the Western. Yeah.
And after that, after they stretched it after halftime, it was over after that.
Yeah.
So game 7 is Sunday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know who won in there. If they're going by the whole, if it's following the trend, Suns gonna whoop their ass.
They might.
I'm saying if they follow, I'm just saying that's what been happening. The Suns, everybody that went home whooped the other team's ass.
We'll see, though.
The whole team's been winning.
We gonna see.
Yeah,
2 game 7s, bro.
Yeah.
The great thing about having a podcast is the next time we record, we gonna be able to tell you if you was right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just saying if you're going by what been happening.
Yeah.
Every team that went home whooped the other team's ass. It's weird. It doesn't.
Word.
What would you rather see? You rather see the Bucks in the Heat, or you rather see the Celtics in the Heat?
I think I'd rather see Celtics and Heat. That'd be a dog fight, yo.
I'd rather see the Celtics in the Heat.
That'd be dog fight.
I want to say Celtics only because Middleton. I don't know when this guy coming back, so that's why I say the Celtics.
I don't know, to be honest. I don't.
That'd be like a 98. That'd be like a
because right now Celtics have been playing the best defense in the league for the past like 3 months now.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And then Miami
just defensive team. Period. They just a defensive team. Period.
Behind them. That's true. But they also shoot.
And they both kind of identical with the players they have. They can switch everything where they got.
You're right. And that would be a dope ass series. That would.
But
so
who would y'all rather see
in the West though?
I don't even know. The West, I don't even. For some reason, I don't care about the West. For some reason, the East just feel more better. I want
to see the Suns and whoever, yo, for real.
You want to see the Suns?
I want to see CP win, yo, like before that nigga retire.
I don't think that shit gonna happen.
I want to see him win. I would
like to see him win. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I would like to see him win.
Chris Paul.
So who you think will be the Suns and the Warriors?
If it's the Suns and the Warriors, I'm not gonna be interested.
You're not gonna give a fuck.
I'm not gonna be interested, yo. I'm really not. Cause
so you rather see the underdog? You want to see the Mavs in Memphis?
Yeah, I want to see some different shit. I mean, I know Memphis ain't gonna go.
You never know.
They kicked their ass by 50.
Memphis ain't gonna go, man. Like them niggas took that game off, man. They took that game off. Man,
she's still in the record book.
They took that game off. Like, all right, let's go. All right, let's chill. We gonna go home and fuck these niggas up.
They lost by 49 points.
We gonna go home and fuck these niggas up. That's what that was.
Okay, that's tonight. That's right now.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, they playing right now.
They playing right now.
23-28. Nigga, we had an hour and a half anyway. Nigga.
They up. Golden State up 33-28. Second quarter just started. 33-28 right now.
Yeah, hey man, that don't mean nothing.
They in Oakland.
But yeah, man. So moral of the story is, you know what I'm saying, all them niggas got an ego.
Check your ego. Check your ego at the door.
Hey.
And throw that other word in the trash.
Check your ego at
and throw that other word out the freaking window.
Narcissist.
Yeah,
Narcissistic.
I can't stand that.
Narcissist Lex Luger, bro.
You need that
Stop
word.
being Lex Luger around.
Yeah, throw that out the window. Call motherfuckers Lex Luger.
There you go.
Niggas out here Lexing.
Niggas out here Lexing.
That's what it is, niggas. Flexing and then it's Lexing.
Flexing and Lexing at the same goddamn time.
Absolutely. We're going to leave y'all with that, nigga. You either flexing or you Lexing.
There you go.
I like that.
Hey, if you like what you heard, please subscribe, like, and share this video to everybody. Please. All right? We're going to roll up out of here. Thanks.
Later.
Deuces.